What's up, YouTube? Gonna be showing you guys off my custom version of this Speed Champions Pagani, and this is the vehicle mode. This transforms into Autobot Jazz. So let me give you good angles all around. It's exactly alike, other than a few angles. There is some connection issues you may have, but when putting this together into robot mode and car mode, you're gonna have to snap these pieces together from the foot onto the elbow, and then the only piece you're gonna have to take off will just be this windscreen piece here, which will start here. The windscreen piece will take off, then move this up here to give you guys a better angle. Now, what you're gonna want to do first, try and take out the arms, try and fold down, then out, then hinge it out, fold out the arm all the way, and go to the next arm, same exact thing. So now, it's looking like this. You're gonna want to flip it around, take out this foot, start pivoting at the hip, wrap it all the way around, hold on to the top of the knee here, and then you're gonna want to rotate it so the wheel's facing towards you, move down to the foot, fold the foot out, rotate this piece here, and that'll be his feet. Do the same thing with the other side. There we go. Now, I'm going to splay out these hips a little bit more as we move over here. There's going to be one little flap here. You're going to fold that up, fold the light panels up, and then you can go to the front here of the car. You're gonna go like this, fold the head up, just gonna place them down like this. We're gonna start building the head after we try and set the chest pieces all together. Oops. Yeah, because these are on small, like single stud pieces, they tend to come off, but holding them right on the stud connection point will keep them better. What I try and do with the face is I try and meet the angles of the slopes in the middle to create that in his face. So now his head looks like this, and then fold the arms around, try and splay these out a little bit more, shoulders there, and then some pieces may be a little tight, some may be weaker. I know whenever I want to transform this, the shoulders, I would rather have them be weaker joints than newer joints, because it will take the piece right off the piece it's holding on to. And then you have him now like this. Final step is to fold down the butt flap, and then you click on the back windscreen like that. You want to try and even out the chest, rotate these a little bit so they can give room for the front. And then now, to be able to stand him, you have to work with the feet. And now we have Jazz fully made into robot mode. There we go. And everything into place is somewhat a bother sometimes, but it's all right. You can really put it any way you'd like. The legs will tend to fall off because they're also on like just a few studs. So we can continue with the weapons. We have this rifle here, has the same piece that's on the back as the extra pieces of this, so kind of belongs to him, in my opinion. This is the other gun. It's just a handheld little like blaster. So you equip them. And then show you some poses. Obviously, his arms move. It's better, while you're moving them, it's better to hold them because his feet will slide out, especially on something as smooth as a road plate here. You can, okay, I think I just figured out the issue. So there's a ball joint in the middle of his sort of tank here. sometimes whenever the ball joint is a little bit out of place, his shoulders won't align. But now it's working good. But obviously you can kick forward, kick all the way back. He can even kick himself in the back. And then he can go on one knee. There we go. And so now he's standing on one knee. You can have him aim his gun. And I was saying earlier about the joints being too hard. His shoulder joint I had to replace because it was too weak. Now it is too hard. So you're never really winning, unfortunately, I feel. But it's alright. I like the look of it all. Aim all the way out. He's got his second gun. You can even add some blaster effects wherever I put them. Don't have any at the moment. I would have had some custom looking Lego blaster effects. But yeah, get a back angle. Look at there. I hope the lighting's okay. I know he's like the only dark gray transform I have. Once again, the knees can somewhat be kind of weak. It's just one stud holding them on, really. But it's a nice look. I like it more for design. It's less of a action figure, more of like a posable figure, just for like a display. Because I think if you even like flick it, it would probably fall to bits, but that's all right. It's good for like display. I know the angle's not giving it justice, but like you can see over here, all this stuff here, yeah. Like the design of it all. Like there's, you can see. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I had to do a jump cut because I had to store up some storage on my phone, and it took about an hour to do all the storage. So I'm really sorry. This video is my first video, and it's been the worst video. I don't know how. It's like every single force of nature is just trying to stop me from showing off a piece of plastic on camera. Like, this thing must have some aura or something on it, or something, because why is it that detrimental to just have a video be filmed of some plastic? But anyway, back to the video. So yeah, this is Jazz in his robot mode, and he's kind of a tall transformer. If I can get him standing, I can have him next to a minifigure. Let's get him this guy. So this guy, the minifigures go about up to his wheel. So he's a tall guy. Let me see if I can find something. Alright, so I just put this together. And we can see exactly how tall he is on film. And then he's about like 22 studs high, I'd say. Yeah, he's kind of tall for other Transformers I've built. Here is my Autobot. This is Sunstreaker. He's kind of got a chunky stomach, so the angle I might have to change on the phone. Oops. That will be something I'm gonna have to do. So this will be the only video that's at this lower angle, unless it's with my mini cons. But yeah, he's got a bit of a stomach on him. You can see that, and he's not as tall as, let's say, Jazz. He is maybe. Look, it's so much better to just pick up the phone. If I can find that stick I. See, Sunstreaker is rather short compared to let's say Jazz at the gray, but on this character, he's like not really at the gray. But yeah, these are two Autobots. I'll do a better review on him later. This is about this guy, Jazz. And so yeah, so that's him. In that mode, let me grab a vehicle. So this is Speed Champions Supra, obviously not a Transformer. And yeah, pretty big size. You can see it in the cityscape here. It's a little like, as you could tell, there's been another jump cut. And he fell over too. Can't believe it. This whole video fell flat on his face, even the Transformer. But that's all right. This is a first. It's a test video on my first Transformer. This was the first guy I made. I'm thinking I might go in order of who I made first, but I forgot some of them in the middle of who I made first. So I might start with most of the Autobot team, and then work my way on some Decepticons. But then the bigger Transformers, yes, I have bigger Transformers. They will be for later videos, on like milestones if we reach them. I'm working on an Optimus Prime right now. If I can reach maybe 1,000 subs pretty quickly, I'll show off my Ironhide. I have an Ironhide made from the Speed Champions G-Wagon, and I can show off that. I have more Transformers than that. I have about 20 to 30 I've made already, so I have plenty of videos I can line up. This is my first video I want to show off of my Transformers. This is all a complete test, but it's just to put my foot in the water to figure all this out. Obviously, because of all the delays I've had and stuff, it's been kind of like giving me issues. I started this at like 9. It's probably like 10:30 right now. All just because of me having to go through a bunch of stuff on my phone, having to figure out all my storage and stuff. So it's going to be a process to figure it out to make it all complete. Maybe on a later date I can have a full and better review of this guy, but it's just the best I can do now. Anyways, I might film a second video after I edit this if it doesn't take me a bajillion years. But yeah, I'll do a good pano of the phone out. This gives it justice right here. Like that is so much better than just sitting here looking up at them. Like that is way better. Yeah, I'm gonna come up with a stand that holds the phone better. Currently it's just like this. That's the current stand, but it's a work in progress. If you guys enjoy this and want more and want to see more, like my Sunstreaker over here, he transforms into that Lamborghini Countach. Just continue watching. Watch out for the next videos. Like and subscribe. Maybe share with a friend if you're interested. You know anyone else interested in this stuff. I'll be happy to do tutorials eventually. So look out for tutorials. I'm going to be doing tutorials for sure. Because I want people to try and do more Transformers. I want Transformers to be a proper Lego like theme. I very value the idea of transforming such a complex thing and such a little thing like a Speed Champions car. And it's such a nice like thing to look at, and I don't know, it like unlocked something in me making them. So I enjoy them. I like making these, and I hope I make more videos. I want other people to be inspired to make these too. I go to conventions. That's where you probably might recognize these. I've been to 2 conventions so far, but I've made nothing in videos. But this is my first time. I hope this is something. But yeah, I'm gonna have to end this and edit this and try and do the next one. Thanks.